Hey, video friends. Yes, by the way, the bag worked great for the trip. Was it a little heavy to carry over my shoulder or in my hand? Yes, because it didn't have wheelies, but I didn't want wheels because I didn't want them making me put it up above in the compartment. I just wanted to shove it under the seat in front of me, so I was happier without wheels. So I was happy to suck up the inconvenience of the heavy bag, but it worked great. The compartments on the side were perfect. Yeah, it was a great little bag. So I'll post it again down below. I did in the last. So yes, the suitcase worked great. The wardrobe worked perfectly. And to make it even more expansive, I guess you could say, I was gifted a sweater as soon as I got to San Diego. So I had a whole nother sweater that I didn't need, but I ended up wearing. So I guess I'll have to think about, if you want a video about the outfits I wore, let me know and I will try and put them back together in my mind. I've got a couple friends who can help me. So, because they were there and there'll be some in the picture. So I'll figure it out if that's what you want to see. But if you want to know what outfits I wore out of the 14 that were there, yeah, I'll do that. So just let me know in the comments below if that's something you're interested in. Let me put this bag down though, and let's get rolling on fall style trends. I know we're going through a heat wave. It's ridiculous, or as a friend of mine and says, it's just disrespectful. This is just disrespectful. So yeah, not so much today as I'm recording, but I know it's coming. I've seen the weather reports. I know it is going to be hotter than Satan's armpit. Okay, so where to begin with fall trends? I guess there's kind of three three categories that I could throw it in. And I'll put those three categories up here. And I kind of think of them as undone elegance, dark romance, and then all the eras. Just all of them, all of them. I talked a little bit about this in a video on Friday, kind of little Friday fashion philosophy on Instagram, and I'll link that down below as well. But yeah, all the eras. So undone elegance, think of sort of the elegant chic that we had going on for a year and a half or so. Think of that, but a little tousled, right? A little tousled. So that, but taken down in its put togetheredness a notch. So maybe it's that same look, but with a super messy top knot, or, you know, with a slightly more abused pair of jeans, right? So it's sort of that elegance, but undone. The second one I see is the dark romance, and we're seeing a lot of lace, we're seeing crochet, we're seeing a lot of texture, we're seeing a lot of kind of lingerie as outerwear, dresses that look like lingerie, right? So there's that sort of the whole thing. Oh, here, let me grab this. So like this shirt from a couple of years ago that I bought, I'm really looking forward to breaking this. Oh, here we go. Breaking this back out again, because this sort of falls into that dark romance category. It's a floral, it's sheer. Oh, we're seeing a lot of sheer. So it sort of falls into that dark romance category. This one's a little pinkier and brighter, but that's okay because it's more me, right? So that works for me. And then kind of what else? Oh, and the last kind of category is all the eras. And so I swear to you, we're seeing everything 30s. We had a burst of the 20s back there, right? We've been seeing a lot of drop waist dresses. We're seeing still some of those. So we're seeing a lot of 30s, 40s, structure of the 40s with the waist and the shoulders, right? 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and then the aughts. We sort of skipped the 90s, I guess, because we've done a little bit of 90s lately anyway. So yeah. So if you want some inspiration from the past, there's plenty of it out there. And the great thing about that, right? That great thing about kind of all the eras is it gives you so many different silhouettes from which to choose, right? Because so often when I talk to a client or we're doing a group session and we talk about like what era fits you, like look back in history, what kind of clothes fit your silhouette, like what silhouettes work for your body shape, right? And so because we're seeing all the eras right now, it's kind of a great time to be dressing because you ideally should be able to find things for all different silhouettes. So I'm kind of excited about that. So that's kind of three overarching trends that we're seeing. But if I had to pick kind of, and I'm gonna pick out 5 here in this video today. So those are the 3 overarching trends. If I had to pick 5 ways to kind of punctuate those trends, and make sure things that I want to look for in my own wardrobe so that I can nod and wink to the trend and still be me using pieces I have and feel totally and completely in my own style, but kind of wink, wink, nudge, nudge at that trend. And if you want to know more about why you should follow trends, not necessarily, but why you should pay attention to them, that's in that Instagram video down below as well. Or if you want me to do one here on YouTube as well, let me know and I'll do that. So tell me in the comments below what you're thinking. Because maybe you're not on Instagram and you don't want to be, but I'll throw it down there anyway. So yeah, sort of 5 different trends that, let me get my little dark romance out here, kind of out of the way. So yeah, let's see. So number 1, fuzzy and furry. So faux fur, shearling, those bags we saw a couple of years ago, the shearling bags with the trim. Like if you still have one of those hanging in your closet, break it out because it's all again on trend. I have a faux fur coat. I'll be lucky if I get to wear it in December or January, but as soon as the weather gets cold enough, I'm breaking this out, you know, over a dress, over jeans and a t-shirt, for goodness sake, right? It doesn't have to be precious. If you're wearing faux fur, it's not necessarily the same way you would wear your fur, right? So yeah, faux fur. I'm super jazzed to be, you know, I bought this and I got to wear it a little bit last year, so I'm really excited that I can wear that again this year. And this also touches on another one of the trends, but I'll break that out here in a minute. There we go, put that down. So number 2, leather. And these are things that we see repeat every fall winter cycle, right? Because it doesn't necessarily make sense to be wearing leather in the summer, although a couple springs ago, we did see a lot of leather in the spring and summer, a couple seasons ago. But leather, interestingly, not a whole lot of black leather, although we are seeing a bit of that in that dark romance aspect that I saw. We're seeing like leather toppers on black lace outfits. So you could say black is back, but not necessarily. Brown is still the new black this year. So fortunately for those with warm complexions who are looking for brown, this should be a good shopping season for you. But a lot of the leather, so I have this kind of burgundy wine biker jacket. So this will be one of my, you know, this and my, that should do me for coats for the most part, right? The thing that we're seeing about leather is it's not all black, right? We're seeing a lot of browns, we're seeing a lot of wines, and we're seeing a lot of olive green. Ooh, here we go. Da-dum-dum-dum. So I had mentioned, on my lust list, Pinterest board. I'll pin that down below as well. This was one of those items I put on there. Kind of fisherman's sandals, suede, perfect for transitioning into fall for me, because our fall weather stays warm forever and ever. So it's a sandal, but a suede one. Really looking forward to wearing these. And excited because they're kind of bang on trend for color. I wasn't even really thinking about that. I had just been thinking about how I wanted to make sure I kept green in there for fall. But yeah, a lot of the colors we're seeing for leathers are wine, browns, we're even seeing a little bit of navy, not a lot, and green. So for example, another piece I pulled out, this dress, which I've shared before, it has those leather sleeves, so it gives me that leather vibe, right? That leather vibe, but in a super light and airy cotton dress. So this will be great for fall when the weather's still hot, but I want those all the fall feels, right? So yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. We put that back there. The third trend, so first was furry fuzzy, second leather, third shaping. We've seen some shapeless silhouettes over time. We've seen some silhouettes that are straighter, but we are seeing lots and lots of shaping. Belting, so oodles of belts. We're gonna see lots and lots of belts. There we go, I got a little animal print there in my belt. Dump, dump, dump. We're gonna be seeing lots of belting, so maybe I'll belt a coat, belting a blazer, creating that structure, that very 1940s kind of structure that I was talking about. We're seeing, yeah, waist tailing of all kind. Oh yeah, hold on, let me throw this. So this was also on my list. So even wrap tops with kind of belting at the waist. We're seeing a lot of waist detailing. So this is great for those waisted shapes, W-A-I-S-T-E-D, not W-A-S-T-E-D, A-I-T-E-D, waisted, right? Waisted shapes like the A shape, like the, gosh, I'm drawing a blank, A shape, 8 shape, X shape, right? Those waisted shapes, great for them. And even the I shape can have a lot of fun with waisted figures, shapes as well, by wearing more volume and pulling it in at the waist. So we're seeing a lot of that waist detailing this fall. If it doesn't work for you, that's okay. Just skip it. You can do that. It is fine to just let that trend lie if it doesn't work for you. But if it does work for your figure, now is kind of the time to be looking for those pieces. Like when I saw this shirt, I snapped it up. Does it need shortening? Oh, a ton. Needs a good couple inches off the bottom because it's way too long because it's not a petite. But I just really liked it so much, and I love the shaping there at the waist. It's great. I might just leave the front. I might do the high-low thing. We'll see. Gotta talk to my seamstress. Lois, I'm coming. This is the third thing that I need altered. Okay. Animal prints. So like the fuzzy jacket, like the belt you just saw, like the shoes. We're seeing animal prints, all kinds of prints, you know, the cats, we're seeing some of the snake. We're seeing deer print, like doe, like, you know, like the back of a deer, you know, the doe, a deer, a female deer, you know, the brown with the little dots. So yeah, kind of interesting. So we're seeing lots of different animal prints, many of the cats though. So if you've got some cat prints, you want to break them out. We're even seeing zebra again, which had been super in 20 years ago, 15 years ago. I have to think about that. Zebra, I have to think, I got to put that in some context. So yeah, 15 years ago or so, zebra was huge, and it was out, and now we're actually kind of seeing it again. So we're seeing a little bit of zebra out there. So just throwing that out there. So yeah, animal prints of all things, like clothing, sweaters. I've seen a gazillion animal print sweaters. We're seeing animal print shoes and everything else. So if you love you a little animal print, this is a good season to go shopping, right? And last but not least, we're seeing opulent accessories. We had, you know, accessories run in very quick cycles. We see lots of little dainty pieces, then we see lots of little dainty pieces all clumped up. Statement necklaces were big, then they were out. Well, we're seeing them again. We're seeing very kind of almost Baroque amounts of just gigantic opulent brooches, gigantic opulent earrings and necklaces. And so for today, normally I would have just paired this necklace with a little tiny pair of gold earrings, or I would have paired these earrings with kind of nothing at all. But right now I'm kind of liking them all together. I think this is going to have a good fall vibe. Yes, I'm still wearing linen because it's hot. Grabbed a deeper colored linen shirt, but yeah, I could see this and maybe throwing on my animal print shoes. And yeah, that would give me kind of one of those transitioning into fall looks, although my weather is still hot, but a way to touch on those trends in a way that feels modern, but not overheated. There we go. So opulent accessories. We are seeing slouchy bags. We're seeing pointy toes again in the shoes. So if pointy toes don't work for you, don't wear them. But if you have a narrower foot and pointy toes are a good choice for you, it's a good season again, right? If you're a pointy toe girl. We're also seeing bags, slouchy bags, like soft suede slouchy bags. Either they're extra large or they're teeny tiny, and we saw that about 5 years ago as well, that same kind of a trend. So things cycle, and they're cycling faster and faster and faster and faster. On the opulent accessory score, we're also seeing a ton of those bag charms and chains on bags and scarves and chains and things on bags, right? So, you know, if that's your vibe, run with it. If it's not, let it go. Like, I am not a chains all over my bag kind of a girl, but you know, might be fun to try. It might be fun to try wrapping some pearls and draping those on my bag. That might feel kind of, that might be, may have to give that a little whirl just to try it out for a day. I don't have to buy anything new to do that. I can just take what I have and see how it works. Maybe, yeah, we'll try that. As I mentioned, we're also seeing a lot of, it's fall, so there's going to be a lot of sweaters. You're also going to see plaid. a lot of crochet and kind of pointelle knit sweaters. I grabbed one here, leave these over here, from Land's End. Not sure on the size, not even sure if I'm going to keep it. I have to try it on with a couple of things. It just may feel a little too fussy for me. I'm not sure. I do love it though. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love the covered buttons on it. So yeah, we'll see. It might be just a little too girly for my everyday style, but we'll see. I have not yet decided on that. So yeah, another strange one for fall, and just sort of these are little items that we're seeing, is we are seeing polka dots. We're seeing quite a few polka dots, and usually we associate polka dots with spring. So yeah, so I'm excited. I've got 2 polka dot dresses in particular. I've got a navy polka dot shirt that I'll break out. I've got quite a few polka dot scarves because polka dots, very feminine pattern. We are seeing a lot of femininity this fall, but not in the light and fluffy colors. But we are seeing a lot of color this fall. And so I guess maybe even that's a piece of that femininity piece, rather than all the browns and blacks and grays, right? We're seeing the burgundies, we're seeing the greens, we're seeing purple as well. We're even seeing some magenta, we're seeing some of that butter yellow that we saw still. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of color this fall, winter, much more than usual. And that makes me very happy, because I think for dopamine dressing for those colder months, I think color is the best idea out there. But yeah, I think that's pretty much what I wanted to cover today. If any of these kind of things, kind of that undone elegance, that dark romance, or all the eras, what's your favorite era down below? Or any of these 5 items, that opulent accessories, animal prints, shaping, leather, and furry or fuzzy textures. If any of those kind of speak to you, let me know in the comments below. What do you have in your wardrobe that makes you go, ooh, I can break that out. I haven't worn that in a while. That'll be fun, right? Let me know in the comments below. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I have lying out that I missed that I wanted to share with you? No, that's just my polka dot dress. One of my polka dot dresses. Oh, I think that's it. That's it. So I'm excited for fall. I'm starting my fall planning. Not that I'm going to be wearing it for months and months yet. My fall capsule will start on September 1st. Even though our weather is still warm, I will be thinking about that transition into fall. And so maybe that means darker colors in these same light fabrics, like this linen, but in a darker color rather than in white or pink. So then it's going to be starting that transition into those cooler season months. If you are heading, my Southern Hemisphere friends, if you are heading into spring and summer, what are you looking forward to? The fisherman sandals kind of a vibe, that whole fisherman look was really, really big, but you're also seeing that a lot of that waist detailing for summer, spring and summer again. Yeah, so yeah, just looking forward to it. Looking forward to a change. I get tired of what I've got in my wardrobe. We all do. That's just human nature, right? It's that hedonic treadmill. Something new, I call that new, like come out of my storage box new, and then it's no longer new. And so we become inured to it and we go, oh, well, okay, yeah, I've had that for a while. So yeah, it's one of the reasons I love seasonally changing my wardrobe, not necessarily buying a lot of new stuff, but creating that seasonal change by shopping my wardrobe, which I've talked about before just a couple of videos ago. So I'll do that down below as well. Stay safe and sound, sane and stylish. And thank you for spending a few minutes with me today, because your time is precious and any of you spend with me is a gift.